Hey guys, how we doing today? This is WalletWillInternet.com, and in today's Cloudways review, we're going to be talking all about their cloud hosting itself. What really sets Cloudways apart from all of their competitors online. Namely, we'll go over the pricing, their customer experience, how is customer support. In the event you guys have issues or problems, that's always the case, and a possibility with any web hosting provider out there, you may run into issues. How is it that Cloudways handles or has handled issues, with their current and past customers that have used their platform? I'm going to be going over all these points, and hopefully by the end of this Cloudways review, you guys will know if they're for you or not. Again, I'm Wally with LearningNet.com, and if you guys are new here to this channel, hit the subscribe button right below along with the bell, and that way any future videos, guys, that I put up about web hosting, specials, WordPress, SEO, things of that nature, you'll be sure to receive them. So I've been online for a very long time. I've been able to create several WordPress websites. I've even done a few with like Joomla, as well as some other CMS platforms. But as for me, I really prefer WordPress. In general, being that it's just, more user friendly, it's easy to use, and any beginner wanting to create a website online can do so. And so when you think about Cloudways itself, it's a cloud based hosting. You can create websites, with WordPress as well. They have different servers that you can access or set your account up on, rather, to be able to create your WordPress website itself. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the servers and how you can go about selecting one that'll be best for you. Cloudways has been around for quite some time, and they really specialize in managed hosting itself. So the real difference between managed hosting and like the typical shared web hosting services that you guys may be familiar with, you may have heard of like companies like HostGator, HostMonster, iPage, SiteGround, Bluehost. A lot of these, smaller companies that may be owned by like EIG. With shared hosting itself is typically really cheap. Thousands of people or, stacked onto like one server. And you may experience like, slower speeds, performance, and even more, issues. But with manage, a lot of things are automated for you. You have less people on servers. You actually get to pick out your own server. The performance is way faster, but the exchange with that is that you're paying for it. So again, huge benefits of going with shared. If you're on a tight budget, you'll save a lot of money, but of course the performance may not be as hot. But when you look at manage, you're paying more money, and the performance and uptime is rock solid. So with Cloudways, it's a managed cloud hosting platform itself, and that's basically what you're getting from them. As I mentioned before, guys, they have five servers that you guys will be able to connect on, and I'm going to tell you guys more about that and how is it that you can really select the one that's best, for you. There are a lot of cloud-based managed, providers that are out there, or ones that provide managed hosting. There's some common competitors of Cloudways, such as WPX Hosting. There's WP Engine. There's Liquid Web, even Kinsta, that provides, managed WordPress hosting as well. And so, again, what really sets Cloudways apart, from the masses? That's what we're going to be talking about today in this review. And so I wanted to not only go over, what they provide in the way of web hosting itself, but again, to let you guys know, again, what really sets them apart, if it's something that you should really get started with them, or if they're not for you, then perhaps there's another, provider out there that'll better suit your business needs. As for the servers, you can select from five different options. There's DigitalOcean, which it seems like a lot of people tend to, set up their websites on that particular server itself. You have Linode, one called Vultr. You have Google Cloud or Google Compute Engine. There's Amazon as well that you can select from. And basically, with the pricing itself, you'll notice that they allow you to pay as you go, which is a really different concept, guys, because, with these 5 servers, DigitalOcean, Linode, Vultr, the Amazon, and also Google Cloud, it's typical that, when you create, or I should say, when you start an account with a web hosting provider, you usually pay up front, your money, for the entire year or for the entire 2, 3 years, whatever amount of, months that you're actually purchasing. Most web hosting companies want you to provide it up front. But with Cloudways, you can pay as you go, month to month, which is, I guess, a really good positive aspect of signing up, with Cloudways, is that you can pay as you go versus, paying everything up front. Something that you want to understand about Cloudways is that basically Cloudways is a mediator between DigitalOcean, Vultr, Linode, Amazon, and even Google Cloud. Really good provider for Google Cloud that I think is really, really nice. And I'll leave some information below for you guys is Kinsta. It's a really, really nice platform as well that is built on Google Cloud. And we all know how reliable Google is. And so anyway, with Cloudways, the huge, difference, with that is that, one, you can set up your website on one of the 5, servers here. And basically Cloudways is a mediator between those two. Now, if you were to go direct with either of these companies, you'll be paying a lot. You'll be paying a lot less, with it. It'll be cheaper. I should say, just looking into this, if you do go direct to Amazon or direct to Google and, purchase like web hosting itself, it actually will be less. So what you're actually getting, with Cloudways is basically customer support. You're getting customer support for their platform as in a nutshell. I think, in my opinion, Cloudways is really ideal for like web developers, people that are not beginners. Just to be honest, in this Cloudways review, I think that it's better for people that are not beginners because, most people, beginners, don't know how to set up a server. Most people don't know how to configure servers and things of that nature. So if you're a person that knows how to do that, great. Cloudways, I think, will probably be ideal for you. But what you're paying for is like the support, factor, the 24/7 customer support. Cloudways across the board has amazing customer support, chat, phone-based support. It's really great. So that's what you're paying for, in addition to, the platform, the infrastructure, and technology that they have in place. They do give you free SSL certificates, which are great. If you want to create like a e-commerce store, of course, you can set that up on one of their servers, all of which you configure. So basically, once you get started, if you decide to get started with Cloudways, you're going to be not only building the website itself, but you're going to be setting it up basically yourself. So you do have to know or have some know-how, knowledge with, setting up servers. I mean, Cloudways will assign you to the server itself, but I mean, from that point, you're actually creating the website for yourself. I mention this because with providers like SiteGround, for example, when you get started with SiteGround, it's just an example of many. SiteGround, once you get started with them, they'll hold, beginners by the hand through a guide where they'll not only install WordPress, but they'll show you how to install plugins and themes and everything that you need to get your website off, to a really good start. And if you're looking for that, Cloudways doesn't do that for you. You have to do that, all yourself. But I mean, they do have a lot of great, features. Like I said, they're super fast. They're really great. And I think, in my opinion, they're ideal for somebody who is already knowledgeable about like web development itself. So if that's not you, then I don't recommend Cloudways. Although they do have everything in place, infrastructure, wise, and the technology to promote, really high speeds, caching, and things of that nature, guys. So they're really, really great, company itself. What I wanted to do is mention about customer service. If you head over to like Trustpilot, and we'll plug in Cloudways in here.com. And I think that Trustpilot is a really nice website on the side where you can find out about what people think about a provider itself. Of course, I'm giving you guys my personal take, just looking into Cloudways with the features and benefits, of hosting, with them. I mean, there are a lot of, in my opinion, better managed WordPress hosting platforms that I think you could probably get a lot more for, especially if you're a beginner and you really want to use and take advantage of take advantage of the managed, web hosting itself. I mean, like I said, Kinsta is a really great option to go with. Liquid Web is a really nice option to go with. But if you're a person that doesn't know anything about creating websites and you're just jumping into this because of the name itself, I don't really recommend it, for that. When you look at Trustpilot, you'll see that they have a 4.5 star rating here, which is great. Excellent rating based on, the 170 Cloudways reviews there. I mean, you can just drop through and see like what people think. Really positive review that's right there. There is one negative that's right there. So people complain about some things, but then you have some more positives. So I mean, you can scroll through this and you see another one that says this is the worst host I've ever had. So you will see some negative comments up here. And again, I just show you what Trustpilot says just to give you an external opinion, just to let you know what other people think. I mean, this is just my brief Cloudways managed cloud hosting review, just letting you guys know what I think about it, all back. I mean, I do like that, Cloudways allows you to select which server that you want to host your website on. You can't do that with shared web hosting. You just get stuck wherever they put you. I like that they have 60 data centers around the world. Most web hosting providers have maybe 2, 3, or 5 tops, but with them, they have 60. So, I mean, you have, no matter where it is that you're situated, whether you're here in the U.S. or you're outside the U.S., you can set up your website closest to the data center where your visitors will most likely, come from. So obviously that'll be, better for you, your business, and promoting, faster speeds, page loads, and it'll be a better customer experience, for your visitors. So they do have CDNs, which are really great for promoting fast page loads as well. Some web hosting companies don't provide it, but with Cloudways, you do get it for free. So anyway, I just wanted to briefly go over, what Cloudways, offers. Again, if you're a person that is experienced online with web development and you know already how to create websites and set up servers, I mean, you won't have anybody to walk you step by step through the process is what I'm getting at. If you get started, with Cloudways, it's an amazing company, rock solid performance. There are a lot of reviews online, YouTube, Google, that highly promote Cloudways, and I think that's the case because they're probably affiliates of the company and they're receiving money from it. But this is just my unbiased review of it.